Hey, yahar me mateys, ahoy, it's Next Level JJ. Hello everybody, welcome back, it's good to have you. We're off on another fun-filled adventure, but tonight's adventure is in Sea of Thieves, so good to have you here. Let's, as always, let's go and make sure the chat's up and running. Yes, she is. And hey, this channel is all about taking things to the next level, and so, you know, as we go on our journey into our streaming career, we start adding stuff. We added chat, and now we've added a little button at the bottom that just says like, subscribe, and all of those things. But that is important to me, so if you can, that'll be great. You know, I'm building this channel out. We're trying to hit a certain amount of followers on Twitch, a certain amount of subscribers on YouTube, and then things will start to gain momentum. So hey, feel free to go and check that out. But importantly, if you want to learn a little bit about me, about this channel, very simply head over to nextleveljj.com. In there, you're going to find my schedule, you're going to find my top 100 list, and you're going to be able to find all my socials. So don't be shy to go and check it out. Like I've said in previous streams, we're pretty much almost done with our new merch, and so we'll have a little competition, and the OG shirts, the numbered shirts, the ones that will hopefully one day be worth a lot of money, is going to go out at some point there. But as always, you can see up on screen right now, Stream Beats by Harris Heller. They rock my streams virtually every time. They're just awesome music. Tonight we're listening to their Sus album. So very easy, head over to Spotify, look up Stream Beats by Harris Heller. There's also a link in the description. Go check them out. They're awesome. Now, if you haven't actually ever played Sea of Thieves, maybe you've heard about it, a little bit of a backstory to it, I guess. Sea of Thieves came out in 2018, so it's a pretty decently old game by now, and very interestingly, it came out and it didn't do really well, and you know, sort of I understood it, and it was actually busy dying, and in my opinion what happened is it went on special on Steam. What was this now? 4 years ago? 5 years ago? Went on special on Steam. And a friend of mine, actually, old Andy, he was like, hey, you got to try this game, Sea of Thieves. I installed it and I have never looked back. It is such a cool game. But the thing is like, if you look at it, what you see, you know, maybe if I flick over here into their website, you can see it looks childish in a way, you know, it's sort of like, you know, very kiddie style, but it is, let's be honest. But the thing is the gameplay that underpins it is what makes Sea of Thieves everlastingly awesome. You know, there is something for everybody. There's been some of the most amazing moments that I've experienced in gaming in Sea of Thieves, and it is a massive sandbox, PvP, PvE. There's some amazing stories that you can play, tall tales as they're called. Hell, they even had the Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp in one of these sort of things. So that's something that you can go in and enjoy and just play around. I believe it was also the first game that Microsoft released to be allowed on the PlayStation, which showed some of its mettle. And so, like most games, they have seasonal content and they sort of keep, you know, adding things to it. But for me, it's the basic stuff. You haven't played for a while, you log in, you can go find a bit of treasure, you can do some crazy ghost pirate stuff. But, and this is something that's quite hardcore about this game, is you can sail on safer seas, which means you're only PvE, so no real people players. But what can also happen is you just sail on the normal seas, which is the way most people do, and there's this consistent reality that if you're not the hunter, you are the hunted. And what I mean by that is there are people that play this purely for the PvP excitement, which is pretty stellar. So it means that they're looking for other people's ships to sink, basically. But then what happens if you're busy playing a story line or something like that, and you don't want to engage PvP, or you don't play this often, you're not good at PvP, it's quite nerve-wracking. You're consistently looking around to try and hopefully, you know, not be spotted, and if you're spotted, try to head off and try and drop your loot. Now, the reason why is how this game actually works is, let's say I get some treasure, and you'll see this later, of course, but when I get some treasure, chuck it on. You can not bank it until you've sold it, and once you sold it, you just get gold and reputation, basically. And it's all you can do with that gold and reputation is just make stuff look cooler. So there is no performance advantage to be gained in any way in this game. Everything you get is just purely visual, and that is one of the good things about it. It just means that when you're playing against other people, they have nothing else but skill that could be better than you. That's it. And so, yeah, pretty freaking cool. Oh, how's this for a song? Whoa. Let me just quickly jump back over to that browser. And so, yeah, Legendary Adventures, this is true. And I mean, they've been keeping the story going for a very, very long time. You know, some of the more seasoned veterans, the ones that play this game more regularly, sometimes, you know, they can groan a little bit about it because the content that they release is not like necessarily spectacular every time. But you also have to put that in context as to how many people are still playing this game. Actually, that'd be a good question. That'd be a good question, yar. Let me quickly see. Sea of Thieves, Steam. Here we go. Let's bring that back. There we go. So it's not bad. I mean, if you think Diablo the other day, just after they released the Paladin, was cracking 50,000. So peak players in the last 30 days, 15,000. December's 15,000. You know, there are some brand new AAA games that wish they could get these numbers. So it's not bad. So there's definitely still a lot of people playing this and having fun with it, and for good reason. There we go. Sorry, I keep flicking backwards and forwards. Legendary Stories, true. You know, there's some free updates that come out. They bring new, you know, sort of storylines and stuff like that. And it's cross-platform and stuff like that. So, yeah, I like it. So, definitely, you know, I don't even know what it's costing at the moment, but it couldn't be too expensive. It was quite expensive when they bring it out on PlayStation because it's something new, but that's probably dropped now a little bit. But again, as per this cool thing that it's just down here, if you can, if you're enjoying this, like. If you want to see more of this, subscribe. If you want to have more of your friends find out about this, share. And then obviously, go to my website. But a key thing that I want to explain about my channel is I'm keen to build a community. I am a streamer that wants to play with my community. Sounds weird, but like a good example, 2, 3, 4 days ago, we had an epic Rocket League stream and I had a person join me. And so it's same with Sea of Thieves, you know, join our community, join my Discord, say, hey, I want to play Sea of Thieves, and then I will add you into a specific group. And so every time we go live, we join up, we start playing together, we try to make big teams. So, yeah, come on down. All right, look, let's get into it. Let's get into Sea of Thieves. Cool, there we go. Now, one thing that Sea of Thieves does exceptionally well is audio and music and mood and lighting. So even though in the beginning it looks a bit cartoony, what you'll actually find is it is actually a frickin' awesomely beautiful game. Now also when you join the stream, oh yeah, of course, there's a plunder pass. Thank you, no thank you. When you join the stream, don't be shy. Go hit up a comment. Be great to hear from you. You know, maybe if you're keen, you can even quickly install it and play with. Now, my name in Sea of Thieves is JJ the Pirate. Yarr. And I've had this moniker for a very, very long time. One of the cool things about Sea of Thieves, you can change up your skins and stuff like that. You know, maybe let's go to Pirate Emporium, just give you an idea of the stuff you can buy. I guess similar to Diablo, I love coming in here and just showing you the cool stuff you can buy, right? So, I mean, this was, you know, let's see here. No, I definitely don't want to buy that. So you can make your character look, you know, like old Jack Sparrow, that's for sure. Pets, of course, which self-respecting game these days won't have pets? And so yes, you can get cute little piggies that run around and make noise, cool doggies, but I think where this game shines is ships. So big thing here is being able to customize your ship. And so, I mean, some of these skins I've invested real money in. I'm going to be honest. I've invested real money because, you know, I always say this. If you play a game for an hour a week, what's the point? But if you invest 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 hours into a game like I've very easily done in Sea of Thieves, it's at that point where you go, ooh, actually, it's nice to have something that I'm proud of. Now, you can unlock some stuff for free, for sure, but some stuff, unfortunately, you have to buy. And then the feeling I get when I've bought that and I see it is just absolutely amazing. Look at this ship, right? Funny thing is, a lot of these things are for free. Like, yeah, I think you can get this without actually, you know, buying it. You just got to work for it. But you can see, you earn credits and stuff through playing the game, so you can buy some of the stuff just straight up. All right, let's see. There's a particular sales set that is, you know, for me, probably the most beautiful one that you can buy with real money. Yeah, again, very cool. Very, very cool skins. I mean, that is crazy. And so I own one part of the skin set. So basically what I did is I purchased the Lotus Star hull, and that's because I run a Lotus Star blue ship, which I'm gonna, you know what, I don't even need to get to it, I will just show you. And then there's other stuff, little trinkets you can customize with. You can also upgrade the interior of your ship and some of the signs and stuff like that. So of course the usual stuff, but it's nice. You know, again, depending on how much, if you're just going to play this game once or twice now and then, it's not worth it. But if you're really going to invest time into it, it's quite cool. You feel proud of it. Now let's go. So we're just going to play adventure. Now, as I mentioned, when you get started in this game, there is a good tutorial to show you how to play, but you can start in safer seas. And, you know, it depends on what kind of person you are, but I would say if you start with safer seas, then you can just in a calm environment, just learn the basics of how to operate your ship and how to collect stuff. Because what will happen is if a PvP player or team sees you, they don't know if you're new or not, they're gonna come and kill you. And so a lot of times you'll be sailing, you'll be like, oh, what does this button do? Cannon fire, your ship sinks, you're dead. And so safer seas may be a good point to start, but we're gonna go high seas. And then I've got my own ships, and I've also got my own guild, and so you feel free at any time to come and join my guild. So we be Kraken. Now I've got 3 different size ships. So in this game you've got 3 sized ships. You've got the sloop, which is the smallest one, easy to operate by 1 or 2 people, and then you go up to your brigantine, that's for a team of 3 people, and then you move up to the big Mujumba, the galleon, which is for 4 people. You could sail a galleon on your own, but in hardcore situations where shit's hitting the fan, cannon fire and stuff like that, you're gonna wish you had a smaller ship. So pick the right size. And so my ship is called Augustine, and we will just sail close for now. That, by the way, is a very cool thing about Sea of Thieves. Like, I'm just going to play on my own for now. Maybe later we'll open it up. But if you play open crew, then people can just randomly join. And it's actually a great way to meet people, have a lot of fun, and just, you know, sail together. So this is not a game you have to play on your own. Now, as mentioned, I haven't played this in a while. I actually set this stream up almost like 2 months ago, and I kept just pushing it behind other what I would consider more important streams. But yeah, just really glad to get back into Sea of Thieves a little bit. And we'll take it easy at the start. We'll probably just start with a simple treasure hunting mission, or maybe we should go straight into the deep end. I think straight into the deep end's maybe it. Hey, I see somebody's joined the stream. Drop us a comment. Been lovely to hear from you. Have you played Sea of Thieves before? All right. Wake up from another drunken stupor in the pub, of course. Cool. And so a big thing about Sea of Thieves is collecting things out of barrels. I'll wait for it to load first. Okay, and then of course the one I select doesn't have anything in it. There we go. And so grenades, bombs, wood. You need wood to repair your ship. And fireworks, because fireworks are awesome. Cannonballs, worms you use for fishing. And so everywhere there's various things that you can do. I'll explain emissary in a minute, but there we go. And so food types is what you use for healing. But what you will find is that bananas are not as good as coconuts, and so you basically want to make sure that you have many coconuts. Also, mare fruit's pretty cool, and an interesting thing about it is that your mare fruit can be used to restore health as usual, but can be cooked to make merfolk disappear for a time. So if you're getting attacked by basically mermaids, you can just cook that, and yeah, they will bugger off. How cool is that? Okay, and so here's another example. So one coconut versus one of those. Excellent. Oh, hello.
What's on the horizon today?
Stuff.
Go wherever the wind carries you.
I will, thank you. And so graphics-wise, we're running pretty decent spec here, but definitely not on what it's called legendary mode. But, oh yeah, and of course, I do have a pretty awesome sword. Tell me if you know which game that's from. But what, like I said earlier, this game does extremely well is mood. And so the kind of childish graphics tends to fade away fairly quickly, and then you start just enjoying it because it's very colorful. It's a bit more on the light-hearted side, but it is also still a very cool game. And I mean, again, look at the amount of people that are still playing it. And there's serious skill involved in this game, let me be clear. Serious skill. Cool. Well, we're currently in Port Merrick, so that is who it was named after. There's my old ship. Head on over. I'm going to bump up the audio a little bit. I might have to shout now and then over it, but I think it'll be great for you to just suck in that atmosphere. Now, I think what we will do is we will... So, what you have is called emissaries. And basically what an emissary is there are different things that you can do in this game. You can go treasure hunting, you can go kill real people, you can go fight PvE monsters and ships, and depending on those, you get different emissaries. And so basically you can see here, if I go into my reputation tree, you'll see that there are Reaper's Bones, Gold Hoarders, Merchant Alliance. So if you go and buy stuff here, sell it there, and do some trading. Hunt is cool if you want to hunt crazy stuff, you know, massive sharks and things like that. You can do that too. And then Athena's Fortune when you become a pirate legend. But Order of Souls is where if you're just fighting PvE. And so what we'll do is we'll vote for that, which means I now raise that emissary. So it's going to put that flag on my ship. And then it means that when I kill PvE monsters and ships, that I get basically to level up that flag, and then on top of leveling up that flag, when I sell stuff I get more money. Anyways, welcome to my beautiful Augustine. Now if you go, well hang on, there's something wrong with your ship, why does it look like a 3-year-old painted it? So that's actually a very unique skin which you get when you beat an extremely hard sea monster, the Kraken.
Hello?
And so, let me just check if...
Did you say something?
Poor Sharon. So we'll quickly restore our ship. Thank you.
Can I help?
But what you can do is you can customize your ship, of course. And so with the hull, it's this beautiful sort of inky, purpley shiny, and I enjoy it because it means when I'm sailing at night, the ship's very hard to see. But, you know, just to make it look pretty for you guys, we will put it into its lodestar configuration for today. A big thing is when you're trying to lay low is to make sure that your ship hull and other things don't give you away. There we go. Another thing I would do is I would turn off these lanterns. The moment you turn off your lanterns, ships can't see you from so far away. Okay, so another beautiful thing about Sea of Thieves is its sunrises and sunsets. So let's just go here. Look at... And so, yeah, you use this quite often to look on the horizon and try to spot any other PvP real people. Now, not everybody is bad, but it is more often than not better to assume that if you see a ship, that they are potentially an enemy, and that you need to keep in mind where they are. And so, for instance, like I see birds there. If that was a bad guy, I would immediately go to compass and I'd go, cool, northwest. Here we go, old son. So that's a big part of the game is, you know, just thinking about navigation and direction and stuff like that. You don't have to be hardcore with it, but definitely something to keep in mind. Cool. So what we can quickly show you guys here. Excellent. This is the size of the map of Sea of Thieves. And so everybody that joins a server will have the same map, but of course different people loaded into the server. And so you can see here, I can see that is a human player, and they've got the same emissary as me, and they're visible because they've reached a certain level of emissary. And so the moment you reach level 5, you become a bit visible. Now this is what you need to be concerned about. You see, these are PvP players, and basically they're at level 3, and so they're always just trying to find other human players and kill them. All right, and so that's how they get those ranks. And so that's something you will want to keep in mind as you play, especially if you're not keen to engage in PvP content, because then, oh, you see they just went to level 4, so very good chance that they've killed some more stuff there. All right, cool. Now, I have a pet, and so let's say hello to my cat. Yes, it has an eye patch. You really don't want to know what actually happened. It was quite tragic. But yeah, it's still the most amazing cat. There we go. And it likes music, so... there we go. Still loving it. Alright, cool. So, what we are going to do, we're going to just start off, I think, with something a little bit more... I'm sort of looking to see if I want to just immediately... You know, I haven't played it a while. What is cool, you can just get into this absolutely crazy cannon fire and stuff like that. I usually would do that. But for now, you know what? No, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Order of Souls, Ghost Battleship, and we'll go in for this one. And actually, that's a good point. Before I do that. So, as part of your ship, there are things on board. So there is a wood barrel with wood, and that you use when a cannonball goes through your ship. Water comes in, you have to take the water out, throw it out, and then you've got to patch the holes, or vice versa, in order. And so you want to make sure you've got enough wood and you've got enough food, but also you've got cannonballs. They are up here. And so a good thing to do in general, especially when you're going to go into a battle, instead of make that jump, is purchase cannonballs. Just one barrel, just so that you have basically enough to survive a battle. Cool. Thank you. So, drop them in here. We'll load up our cannons. Now, because I saw... let me just have a look here. Voyages... because I saw those Reapers being those people on the map over there, they are not that far away. And so what you can do to sometimes avoid them is you can server hop. And so instead of sailing to a particular event, you can simply just teleport to it. Something that they added fairly recently, like in the last 6 months, 8 months, maybe something like that. And so then you jump to a new server. Now there's a good chance that when you jump to a new server that they don't have any Reapers on them, but it's not guaranteed. So we are going to go Order of Souls, Ghost Battleship, Ghost Battle Armor, and then you go dive to location. By doing that, you potentially hop to a server that they aren't there. Cool. There you go. Spooky, right? Real spooky. Okay. And so now we need to sail out. Now, again, if you've played Sea of Thieves before, you know all of this. But just for those who maybe haven't, so you'll notice these white lines moving across in that direction. So that's the wind direction, and so you generally would orientate your sails into, you know, capturing the wind in the right angle. And then you have a ability to bring them up and down. And then you have a capstan. This is what you use to raise your anchor. And the bigger the ship, the slower the capstan, because obviously the bigger the anchor. Yeah. And it said we just need to sail into open seas, so we'll do that. Bring the sails down full. And orientate them as much as we can to the left. There we go. And by the way, if you're looking for a game that you can just fire up and just do something that's extremely peaceful, it's funny considering what I'm about to go and do, but it is something that if you just go for a treasure hunt or you just sail around, it is so delicious because it's so peaceful, you know, just the actual art of sailing. So it's saying to us we just need to sail into open water. This is fairly open water, I would say. There we go. And so now, how do we jump to the next server? Well, they made that way cooler. Yeah. How low can you go? And so this is cool. So this is the loading screen, right? Very smart. I think it's very ingenious of them. And that's it. How quickly did we load into a new server? Very impressive. This game has come a long way. So this is, again, it just gets your heart pumping. I should have my heart rate monitor up. But yeah, here we go. Pretty hardcore to just drop you right in the middle of the battle. And so what I do with these sort of sea battles is immediately get into, or what I call outside of the onion layer. The onion layer is very simply just oh wow, that's a really good start. So yeah, let me continue that conversation. So if you're in the middle of the island, you are very high possibility of getting hit from both sides and really quickly get yourself into a tricky situation. Oh wow, okay. I haven't played in months and I'm just immediately on it. Making it look easy. Alright. So we want to stay on the outside ring. So if you imagine looking at the island from top down. Let's see if I can maybe get a shot from this guy. Not ideal. Yeah. If you look at the island from a top down and you imagine drawing drawing circles that slightly go bigger and bigger and bigger, that is what I consider onion layers. And the closer you get to the middle of the onion, the more heat you're going to experience. And so especially when you're sailing on your own single sloop, I find that best thing to do is just stick on that outside onion layer. It takes longer to kill all the ships, but The problem is the moment you get hit, you have to do the repairs. You can't send your buddy down. And so that can then make things a whole lot worse. Jeez. If that hits, it'll be the best shot of the day. Oof. Close. It's a bit far, and I shouldn't just waste cannonballs. Alright, well, at least we got one shot. Now the problem is when I'm doing this battle, if there's any PvP players about, they would be attracted to this, and there's a very good chance that they'll come and ruin my game. This is one of the things about this game. You can play and you're doing this amazing stuff, and then all of a sudden you just get destroyed. Okay, here we go. I should have shot earlier. Yes. Geez, so far so good, team. Making it look easy. And so that thing glowing in the water, there's actually a sunken ship just below that. So the thing that people don't see when they play this game is it's actually got quite a very good underwater engagement. Like things you need to do underwater as well. Oh. That's not good. Oh, that's going to hit too. Hold on. Okay, so I can hear that there's a leak on the water. Under below deck. Jeez. How about hitting the ship? Oh, I'm turning. You see, so now I'm starting to go into that onion layer, and then this happens. And so it's okay. All you do is you steer your ship out of the onion layer direction, forget about battling, go downstairs, and fix some holes. The thing is your ship can very quickly fill up with water, and if... What the hell? Just gonna scoop it and chuck it. And again, much easier if you're two people. Okay, so there we go. We've stabilized our ship for now. And then we can re-engage. And this is where it gets really fun. When you're playing on a galleon with 4 people together in a team and it's just mayhem. People are orientating sails and you have to be, as a captain, quite on it. Let's see if I can catch up to those ships from behind. There we go. Jeez, taking a shot from there, that's impressive. Steer out a little bit. Okay. And so we got another hole down here. Cool, and remember to fill up your wood. Cool. And there where you see those birds, that's actually stuff drifting in the water, so you can actually collect that. And those flying ghosts, those that's where a ship sank. There's probably going to be like supplies. So when you're doing these battles, you can very quickly run out of cannonballs and all kinds of stuff. And then you need to go into one of those scenarios there, and then you catch it with a harpoon. Hail Mary shot. Jets. Just gonna fill it up with some more cannonballs. Oh. See, now this is dangerous. You see, I've got a ship on my outside and my inside. That can very quickly spell disaster if you're not careful, like you saw earlier. So I'm gonna just turn out here, and then we'll have a close pass with these guys, which is fine. Okay, here we go, and fire. Ooh, got it. Oof. So we gotta eat. Oh, but that was good. 2 ships. Let's go and have a look downstairs. Not too bad. I'm just careful now that I'm actually busy turning. Now this is quite subdued, and that's because I'm playing on my own, so they actually scale these difficulty with the amount of people in your crew. And so this is very relaxed. Again, I can go into the middle of it and it's just absolute carnage and fire and stuff, but we want to start with a W, and so we'll take the onion layer approach. You see, and I can get baited into it. You see those ships, I'm like, oh, I should turn into them. You know, make it easy for the next shot. And then you suddenly just find yourself in between ships and the ship hits the fan. But we'll take the bait. Let's see if I can hit it from this distance. Here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. What do we get? Blanks. Okay, we'll keep that. You see how they just suddenly come out of nowhere? As Coast pirate ships do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate my sails around to the left, and then we'll catch some speed. Oof, that was close. And then as we turn, we'll catch up to them, and then we'll take potentially 2 ships out in close succession. Just one thing to be careful, you never sail up from behind. Because when you do sail up from behind, they drop basically just landmines. Okay, we're going to go for that inside ship. Here we go. Come on! Ah, jeez, close. Okay, very good. So we're catching up to them. And that's a cool thing about this you know, Sea of Thieves, there is definitely, I mean, it's not a hardcore sailing sim. You hear that noise? That's it dropping landmines, basically. Depth charges, or something like that. But you have to think ahead, especially in naval battles. Okay, so we're gonna have a bit of a face-off moment here. Straighten the ship out a little bit. There we go. This is about to get hectic. Hold on to your britches. Jeez. All right, here we go. Oh, so close. Can we hit it? Yeah, we can. All right. And there we go. So that was our pre-planning. Alright, and so you noticed the ship disappeared? That's because I've... Oh no, there's still a bit to go. Now I can see over here in the yonder distance there are some of those ghosts floating, so I'm definitely going to swing by that if I can. Not that our supplies are finished, but I can see it's already starting to run low. And so we'll aim ourselves at that and see if I can harpoon that up. It's a bit dangerous because, as I said, we are moving into that sort of second onion layer. Don't need the wood as much as whatever this might be. Come on, give us a loop. Give us a lift. Oh, it's behind the waves. No. Okay. I would shoot at this, but like I said, I'm rather focused on... If we can get supplies now, we're good to go. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. If we can get the supplies now, we're good for the entire battle. So I'm going to focus on that. Oops. Okay, that's pretty good, Lyman. Hopefully I don't go over them. Okay. We got it. Excellent. Beautiful. Okay, we can turn out of the onion layer. And let's go fix that hole. Beautiful. So far, everything within our control. Nice. Dry ship. Let's see what we got. Okay, decent amount of food, cannonballs, just what we needed. Brilliant!
Army matey, we be able to battle for a little bit longer.
Okay. I think I need to sink one or two more ships, and then it's going to become a bit more hectic, especially from a music perspective. Let's keep turning to miss that one. Oh. And then a good thing to do sometimes is to turn as you sort of go by further ships, because they basically aim at where you're roughly going, and if you change that up a bit, yeah, more suppose. Alright, so that's our target. This one that's literally just sailed over those ghost pirates. Those ghosts. That's what we're going to be aiming for next. Just got to be careful. Okay, here we go. Fire away. Nice. Ooh, we could maybe be lucky here and get... Oh, come on! Nope, too high. Okay, let's be careful now. That ship is spawned right there. Oh, this is dangerous. There's a ship right in front of us as well. Uh-oh, incoming. Nice. Okay, now they're all going away because we've now moved up another level. So now things gets a little bit more hectic. Let's use the time wisely. Yep, here we go. Now the ships are bigger, things are a bit more crazy. This is a dangerous situation to be sailing next to them like this. Hang on. Because they'll just unleash a massive armada of cannons, so I am getting out of here. You turn sharper. When you've turned... Or you've turned when you raise your sails a little bit. You see, geez, look at that. Let's increase our speed just quickly. Oh, that worked. Well done, he says to himself. Yeah, I would rather come up from behind than the alternative. There we go. That is a successful turn. And we got nice wind as well. Here we go. And so basically the ship in the middle of this armada is what we're aiming for. So you'll see it's a protected ship surrounded by the ships. So if we're going to have to catch them, we're going to have to continuously alter our sails as the wind catches it. And be careful of landmines, whatever we want to call it. Okay, here we go. Hello, cat. I'm just carpet bombing now. This is actually, I've put myself in a slightly precarious position now because I'm catching them, and that means they can open fire on me. So we'll just have to take it. No. Fire. Fire. And be dangerous. Am I turning as well? No. Go. Again, you just want to make sure you don't suddenly walk yourself into a very bad situation. Ooh, come on, load. Oh, you see, I'm catching them now, so I'm about to be shot at, which is not good. Okay, nothing in front of us. We're not on fire. That's always a good thing. Question is, can I make this turn? No, actually, we're gonna go wide. Alright, so there we go. Contact. Golden Goose, the Gold Seeker. Alright. So the music stops because you just a little bit out of boundary. But it will re-engage very quickly. As you can see. There they are. Problem is now we're sailing upwind. Right, we're fully loaded, ready to go. The only problem is now we are going to sail into those parks. I'm gonna try and be smart here. This is not smart. What I've just done is potentially sunk us. Let's see. Oh, turn, oh, turn, oh, turn, oh, turn, oh, turn. There we go. That's more like it. Ooh, yeah, I almost got myself into a whole heap of trouble there. Yeah. All right. See, the thing is I'm off to the main ship. Try to go for a crazy angle here. Hoping that will get in the way. Let's see. Wow. Ow! It's okay. I'm a tough cookie. Oh, he says, and then eats shit. Where did they go? That's what we're looking for. I hope they turn. If they don't, we're going to take a lot of damage. Oh dear. We're going to take a lot of damage now. They must have chilled that out, because usually if you go through a ghost ship, it wrecks your ship. Turn, baby. Oh, we got some seagull friends. Hello. This is important to fill up, because if there's a fire and you have no water, it blows you down. Okay, here we go. It's shooting at another ship. That's the only reason it would be firing. Alright, here we go. We're shooting for the one in the back. Oh, get down. Nice. Holy shit. Oh, we're so lucky. That was crazy lucky. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of poop came out there. I was like, oh, I'm about to sail through. Oh no, see, there's the other ship. So hopefully they don't come and steal all the hard work I've done. Oh, crap. They seem not to be engaging as yet. But yeah, you just never know. Nope, they're turning towards me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Dear. It's coming right at me. Alright. Well. Let's go. It's like that, they're gone. Peculiar. Weird. Very, very weird. It just... I mean, I'm happy for it, but at the same time, it's strange. There we go. Mission completed. Yeah, not too bad. So, what we want to do got a dagger tooth south. We'll go sell these skulls and then we'll go and do some other events. Oh, there it is. Now, the right thing to do is you actually keep your loot until you reach level 5 and then you go sell it. But to be honest, I'm not really after money at this point. I'm not spectacularly rich, but I got some change. What I'm doing is I'm putting this crate there, and so basically you can just very quickly reload. Hang on a minute. Turn around. That's really good loot, that. Basically just executing a handbrake turn. Did that just disappear? Or am I losing my marbles? That can happen, unfortunately. Oh, there it is. Ah, I think it started sinking, that's why. Yeah, son of a donkey. It's annoying. Anyway. First world problems, I know. Oh, convenient wave. Hopefully we can make this. No. So you can use the harpoon to actually turn the ship around quite quickly. But best thing to do is just quickly lift the sails. Gives you that initial turning angle and then leave it at that. The peacefulness returns. Now you see this big tower here, you can sell your stuff there. I'm quicker, but you don't make as much money. So, spend a little bit of time. Just to go to the other side of the island. You'll get all for it. One of the more pleasurable things about Sea of Thieves is just being able to park your ship in a professional manner. There we go. A little rubbing, you know, is always good. There we go. Got a little friend. To be or not to be. What do we get? That's it. This sword lunge is a great way to speed up your swim to the ship, but it takes a bit of exercise to practice to figure out how it works. You basically have to hold it, and then as it releases automatically, you push jump, but you also have to be at the right level of the water. This is how bright's the skull. That's the daddy's skull. Quick and easy. And they enable the ability for you to run with skulls and stuff, which in the past you couldn't. You just have to walk it, which is very frustrating. Thank you. Come again. Oh, now. Ship has taken some damage.
Are you looking to buy? Stop by again sometime.
I will. Alright, so let's have a look and see what's going on in Zavarl. Do we have any Reapers? No, so we have... Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, well that's not a Reaper. That's... Oh, geez, shall I just take that on? There's a good chance I'm going to die, but you know what? Let's have some fun. This beat is sick. How much cannonballs do we have? We have 36. That's not a lot. Let's quickly see if I can buy another cannonball crate. Hopefully.
Do you like chickens?
I do like chickens. Please give me a cannonball. Please give me a cannonball. Cannonball, yes. Okay, so, yeah. This is pretty much the most hardcore battle. I've only done it once a long time ago, and I can't really remember how it works, but we're gonna give it a go. Why not? Okay, drop that off. Hold on to your britches, kitty. What am I going going straight west. That's right. That thing that's glowing in the distance, that's Flameheart's big ass nasty ship. I don't know if it's even possible to take it on with a sloop, but we're damn well gonna try. At least we got a decent chunk of cannonballs on both sides. We got wind. Now, that's there we go. I guess we can have a bit of fun and now, I don't know if that shows that it's already activated and there are people on it, or if... Wow! Oh. What I am conscious of is I don't want to come at it from its side. It's quite the formidable ship. So I've sailed around a little bit just to give it a wide berth, I think, this time. Let's see, do we have any other big fireworks? No. Not catching it, unfortunately. See if I can give myself a little bit more wind. No, it's the other way. Now, usually you do not want to be this, this visible. But hey, got nothing to lose. There's no treasure on the ship. Just charting its course. Where is it leading itself to? Nowhere. I think it's probably going to have to... Oh, hang on. Maybe it's going to Picaroon Palms. Anyway. So that's a fortress. They will shoot at us. Okay, it's making its turn. Now, I'm gonna again give it a wide berth because, I don't know, that does look PvP, the way they made that turn. It's got a cannon on the front, so you gotta be careful. You know what? I have nothing to lose. Let's give it a go. I'm gonna aim straight for it, like an absolute twat. Let's be ballsy, right, team? Okay, there we go. Actually, that turn, the way it was executed seemed... I don't know. There we go. Crude skeleton of the flame. Trying to figure out which direction it's heading in without hitting this island. Okay, we're turning left. Okay, well that's good news because then I think there's no people on it. Alright, I've never done this on my own, so let's see how it goes. We can just stay behind it the whole time. Probably going to have grenades as well, so we need to be careful. We definitely don't want to overtake it. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're turning away. Turn, baby, turn. Ah, missed the steering wheel. Damn it. Yeah, that's alright. I was stupid there. I could have kept it in the zone. That's the problem with being a solo slooper. If you get hit, you get hit hard. And the problem is they're repairing as well. So, nice, we're trying. Okay. I'm gonna just fire at crazy will. Oh, damn. hopefully not sunk my own ship now. That's the sound of... Damn! If I survive this, it'll be amazing. Yeah. I'm gonna die. One more Murfred, I think. Yeah. Okay. That was fun, though. Welcome to the Ferry of the Damned. Hopefully my ship hasn't sunk. We'll find out in a minute. Because it was in a circle. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. We're saved. I hear fire. Lots of fire. Oh, damn. Oh, shittles. The problem is we are dead in the water. And so I need to fix a lot of things before we can get going. And clearly, it's got me in its sights. Okay, here we go. It's crazy. I'm just going to try and fight this battle as is. Ah, damn. Why did it have to be the long one? Jeez, okay. No, I have no food, and I'm on fire. If I hit one more cannibal, we're over. I don't think we're gonna survive this. Come on, come on, come on! Oh, if I can make this, it'll be... No, we sunk. Damn. And I think there's somebody on my ship. Come on! Come on! We can do it! I believe! Problem is we're dead in the water. This one takes the longest to repair. Oh shit, and our ship is on fire. I should probably try and solve that problem too. Okay, hang on. Yeah. It's a flesh wound. Ah, damn, that's not what we wanted. Oh, I'm dead. Nice. Hectic. Again, you see if there's two people doing this, one person's focused on fixing downstairs and one person's just keeping the boat out of harm's way. But the moment we're in that situation, I should probably just focus on trying to get the ship's mast up and moving again. I thought if I could just get 6 or 7 cannon shots, maybe I could sink them. What? The ship's still going? Yeah, there we go. It's sunk. We're done. Come on, swim, damn it. Swim, could I get to it? Nah. Oh, that was fun. Again, I was stupid. There was a point where I had it in this perfect zone, and at that point, instead of shooting, I should have taken speed out and just kept it in that angle. Yeah. But hey, there we go. It's a bit of fun. All right, and there we go. Here is our mermaid, and she will take us to our ship. And so, unfortunately, all of it is lost. It's just the fun of Sea of Thieves. That's all right. Beautiful. Ooh. Easy. This is oh, do I still have water? Oh, no, that's good. This looks like a good idea, but yeah, it ain't. Ooh, definitely take that. With that. Get that. Okay. But basically, what's this? That would basically instantly sink my ship. And so you would use that as a kind of a kamikaze concept. So, yeah. You would stay away from that unless you have no other option. Okay, so what are we going to do next? Let's have a look. Quest table. Voyages. I feel like we can do a little bit of a fun gold hoarders mission. And so, let's see here. Treasure vault is also quite cool to achieve. Alright. Let's do that. And we'll make it easy on ourselves. We'll just sail to it. Let's go. And so basically we get a magic compass. And so the magic compass will point us in the rough direction of where we need to go. Let's have a quick look to see if there's any reapers. Oh, wow, hang on, it's right there. Yeah. Again, I'm pretty sure if I got my supplies right, mentality right, I could take that ship on my own. Definitely you get into a good zone of it. But if you have somebody with you, then it just becomes a lot easier. Plus, I'd already done that. Excuses, excuses, excuses. And so what's going to happen is we're going to basically find these 3 islands. We have to find 3 treasures, and then it will together form a map, and then it will tell us which island the actual the key is on, and then we go and find the actual vault. And in the vaults will be a chunky monkey amount of gold. Again, I'm not playing this for the gold anymore. I mean, there are things you can actually buy that are very, very expensive with that gold. Yeah, I'm just relaxing, having a bit of fun with old Sea of Thieves. Just still really enjoy this part. Music's good, and ish. How's that for an entrance? All right, cat. Yeah, my ship has seen better days. While that is figuring itself out, we'll go and find our first treasure. Do I have supplies? Yes, I do. Fireworks. So this is a limpel. So basically, if I hit another ship with a limpel, everybody on the ship will become useless. Well, not useless. They'll just have a walk with a limp, like an old school pimp. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Almost there. There we go. Usually this gets some attention from nice. Oh, a pineapple. Pineapples are very good at healing. All right, so what do we get? So we get our first clue, and our first clue immediately gives us the location. When now usually I would go and complete all of them, but it's all about the missions. Right, and so basically now we need to find an island that looks roughly like that. Little rock facing downwards. It'll be somewhere in the... There we go. Little rock facing downwards. Fool's Lagoon. We are going west by northwest, ladies and gentlemen. Now that storm over there is a pretty epic, what's referred to as a world event. So a lot of places on this map there'll be stuff flying in the sky, and that tells everybody that if you want some super epic battle or whatever, you come this direction. Problem is, I suspect that is exactly where we're heading, roughly. It does inspire me. I would love to learn how to sail and be able to just experience this. Of course, I'd have to learn how to play guitar as well. And have a big-ass pirate ship, of course. How crazy are these waves, huh? Okay, and we should now be turning full west. Yep. Pretty much in that direction. Gently down the street. Alright, so that in the distance is a galleon. A real people galleon. Now generally when galleons see sloops, it's easy money, even if they're not hardcore PvPers, so you tend to try and try and avoid them if you can. sloop can outrun a galleon upwind. And so it means that if you are in a chase scenario, you just turn into the wind and you should sail away. Now, there's another ship over there. Another sloop. So I think everybody's attracted to this world event, and annoying for us... Yeah, the galleon's coming this way. Have a look. Taking a guess. Boom! I'm taking a risk here. I'm just gonna go straight for the treasure. Come on. Holy crap! Again. Come on. Ah, man. And this voyage complete sign means I can't see my status. Come on. Let's go. The life of a solo slooper. Where's that? Oh, ship's getting heavy. Getting heavy. Cool. It was scary, but we got out of there. Cool. And so we're gonna turn away. That was a good hit and run. Alright. We're dry. Let's have a look. And then the key to the Crescent Isle. And so that's where we're going for the boat. And if memory serves me correctly, Crescent Isle is there. Excellent, so we're just gonna head northwest. Okay, now I can see there's already a ship in battle. And that's what this tornado's for, so we'll just give it a bit of a... give a bit of an angle for now. Oh, there. See, so that sloop is engaged in that world event. So it's very similar to what we did just now. The rewards, however, is a lot bigger. Let's see if I can see that. Can I get anywhere? Nothing for now. Alright. Oh. Nice. So what I'll do is I'll head for the mermaid's hideaway around it and then turn north. And where we also get a little bit more of this juicy wind. Is there anything interesting here? Ah, that's always so hard on a choppy sea. Hold tight, team. I'm gonna go grab myself something to drink. Oh, cool. Another opportunity. It sends itself. Beautiful water, eh? I wanted to get whatever was in the water. Ah, it's just a message in a bottle. Ooh, that's huge. We'll just leave that there. Whoa. Nice, and we're heading in the right direction now for Crescent Isle, I believe. Just basically what I thought. You can see Crescent in the distance. Now, a good thing to do. That noise, by the way, I think the game is just glitched. So let's get up here and let's just do a walk around. Let's look around. See if there's anything of concern in our radar. Oh, there's a bit of ink in the water there. I wonder if that is a kraken. Can't say I've seen that before. No, coast seems to be clear. Turn a little bit so we can get a bit of wind in our sail. So what we'll do, just to try and stay out of people's way, is we will park the boat basically just in here, the ship. So hopefully it's not too visible from Port Merrick. The problem is if people can spot you while I'm busy doing the fort, they'll just come up and steal all my happiness. This ship has definitely seen better days. Such a cool cat. I mean, would you have a cat if you're a pirate captain? Probably not. I would imagine that the bird would be the best solution because, of course, it can fly and, you know, you can fly to other ships and spy. It can go on land and check if there's something, you know, obviously if you had the capabilities to talk to it. Like is depicted, I guess, in many of the movies, but... Good kitty. And then when you're sailing, you've got to think ahead, because when you raise the sails, it takes a bit for the ship to slow down. So you want to start doing that a bit earlier, and also just be cautious of going to hit the sand. Yeah, it's just like, oh, that's a bit shallower than I remember, but that's okay. What we're going to do now is drop this. The reason why is because we want to create a nice walkway for us. We'll see in a second. A little bit more forward. Okay, how about now? Yeah, that. Oh, drop our anchor. What we'll do is we will like that. The reason why is because... Oh, actually, hang on. I'm going to turn my lights off because there's a good chance it will go nighttime while I do this. And so the less the ship is visible, the better for us. And so you can basically do this. So you just balance on the rope. There we go. Whoa! I forgot. There are traps. Is the key insertion point this way? Yes, it is. There we go. So, let's refresh our memory. So, how it's going to work is we're going to place the totem. It's going to open a door. The moment the door opens, it starts a timer. What I want to do, actually, is I want to be smart this time. How long is timer for Vault in Sea of Thieves? I've always thought about doing this, but it's approximately 3 minutes. And so basically I'm going to set my alarm for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Because then I have 10 seconds to get out. So what will happen is the vault will open and you can... So you have that amount of time to unlock some of the secrets. And when you do... You can get additional gold and stuff, but there's a timer, and the moment that timer runs out, the door shuts and you will drown. So let's just see. Sea of Thieves timer, a gold hoard of treasure vault, approximately 3 minutes once the inner door opens, giving you time to grab loot before the water rises. While some players find it tight, especially solo, it's enough time to solve the puzzle, unlocking an even better puzzle chest. Okay, here we go. So it will start when the inner door opens. There we go. Spooky. Starting timer. Okay, and so here we go. So we got chain, locks, skull. Alright. Chains, lock, skull. Okay, so chains, lock, brown, maybe? Oh, that's not good. Another king, chain, chains, king, chains, chains. Nope. King, chains, chains. Chains. Where was that lock? Oh, chain down. Was like that. Chains up. Let's try that. See if that works. Nope. Okay, how much time? 1 minute 47. Lock and key. I remember this. Lock and key. Let's see if that works. Nope. Treasure. Lock and key. Nope. There's a smarter way to do this. Lock and key, lock and key. Let's see. Lock and key, lock and key. With the king, come on. This must be it. Nope. Okay, we got 1 minute. I'm taking stuff out. Unfortunately, usually I'm quite good at cracking that, but today, I don't know. It's because it's been a while. I forgot the theory a little bit. Okay, so... Did that not grab? Okay. Oh, I realize why. I'm an idiot. The first thing you need to do is... How much time do we have? 52 seconds. Is there's a key you're supposed to get, and it solves one of them. So I completely forgot. So 40 seconds. And so if you can solve one of them, then it makes it a lot easier to figure this out. But unfortunately, I forgot about that. That's alright. Ah, there's the clue. 18 seconds. Much easier with the timer, you see. So you pick up the medallion, you place the medallion, and then it will show you the solution. And you see there, it shows you chest. So it was this one. Nope. Okay, and so we're out of time. So, thank you for the gold. That was lovely. That's a lot more than 3 minutes. That's a lot more. Oh, come on, internet. See, AI, man. Sometimes you can trust us, but now I know the moment I go in, I'm going to die. So, let's rather not. Still going. Oh, come on. Hang on. I'm going to have a look now. Does anyone know the treasure vault? Again, it's between, it says it's between 2 and 3 minutes. Even on the Sea of Thieves website. So I don't know if they've bumped that up, or maybe it scales when you're solo. Yeah, come buddy. Okay, you just come here. Oh dear, that's never good. So that sound is the sound of a powder keg. It's still going. Oh, we've been cheated by the internet. I kind of felt that 2 minutes is 3 minutes is a bit short. Usually it's more time, but holy crap, look at this, man. I just wanted to shut now because it's bloody annoying. I could still go in. Chill, cat. It's still open. You'll hear a big loud thud when it closes. And wobble, 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 and chain noise, and then close. All right, well, maybe they adjusted that. It's a very good chance. I think it was always a bit on the short side. Oh, we did well. Did. Beautiful. I think I should be able to harpoon those. No, that gets in the way. All right. Is it? Quite funny to watch people do this. And this is also something that was added relatively recently, and it's really made a big difference in the game. Is the fact that you can harpoon and then run on the line. So strat simple. We're gonna go and drop off our loot and then blow up our ship in an old sort of tradition that we have amongst our friends, and then we'll call it a night. It's just going to be a fun short stream. Tomorrow night we're doing Rocket League, and that's going to be on the epic side of things, so okay. And I think Port Merrick is our nearest port of call. Southeast. So, southeast. There's a sloop. It's got quite a long flag, so that's an emissary flag. Ooh, hang on. Nah, Port Merrick's flag. I will definitely do another stream at some point and, you know, definitely tried to get together a group of people to a galleon and just have a big free-for-all. This is just a nice little chilled Saturday night quick stream. But trust me, this game can get crazy and a lot of fun, especially when you have a good crew. I used to, when I was living in Denmark, play this quite a lot with friends that I had there. It's quite crazy. I actually had one friend who was playing with me, just casual one evening, and all of a sudden he sort of disconnected, but like he was still playing, but he had made this weird noise like he was falling, and I thought he was making a fake noise, like he just went and then he just didn't respond, and it was quite freaky. And then I was like, hang on, something's happened to him, because he's still connected and he's not messaging me. And so I messaged him, and still nothing happened. And so I immediately called his girlfriend and went, hey, I can't get a hold of Casper, I think something's wrong. And so she immediately called the ambulance, and it was a lifesaver. Turned out he had just had a crazy, just like almost like an aneurysm or a stroke, and yeah, he would have died. It's crazy. So Sea of Thieves is deadly, yo. And we've come full circle. We started at Port Merrick, and looks like we will. Coming for us. Honestly, I have nothing of value. They do attack us. That's okay. We're done anyways. They probably will attack us. So be it. Yep. Shots fired. Okay, let's see if I can get some treasure before they do. Now that means that person's already in the water. Ah, yeah. What a joker. I think that's quite funny though, actually. Literally a joker. Oh, funny. Alright, on that case. Kudos to him. Well done. And we'll take a step back and move out. Anyways, team, like I said, it was just a chill little quick stream just to have a bit of fun, just get back into Sea of Thieves. It's been a while. It's really nice. I'll definitely set up a stream where we'll get a big group of people, take on a galleon, and then there are some ridiculous missions that you can do. So we'll check that out. We'll have a bit of fun with that. Now, importantly, if you want to support me, check out my socials, especially nextleveljj.com. You've got my Discord channel. Join that. I try to keep that sort of as the main way to say, hey, this is happening, that's happening. My schedule is, you know, trying to keep it up to date as much as possible. There are things that pop up now and then, and so you move things around. But tomorrow night, we are playing Rocket League again, because we had such a good session the other day. It was amazing. So yeah, Rocket to the Moon. We're gonna just play a bit of Rocket League. This one I'm really looking forward to. This will be on Monday. In short, DCS, Digital Combat Simulator. So if you don't know it, it is a hardcore war flying simulator, if I can try and word that correctly. But yeah, and so basically taking an F-14 Tomcat, starting it, launching it, flying around and landing it seems very easy. It is one of the hardest things to do in aviation, and because this is a simulator, every button, every little thing, and if you watched my previous stream you would have seen it's not easy to land. It really is not. And then yeah, these are the streams that I've done the previous days and weeks, so you know, you can still go and check that out. As always, massive thank you to Streambeats Barris Heller. Just the coolest music as per usual. This is rocking out right now. I'm enjoying it. And then yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Hope you have an awesome day or evening wherever you are. Catch you soon. Ciao.